Good morning, all. We're kicking off the book of Ephesians today with Ephesians chapter 1. And Ephesians is an intensely personal chapter, and you see Paul's deep love for those in Philippi, and we'll see that throughout throughout the letter. And he is thankful when he looks at the Philippians, being sure that in verse 6, he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion in the day of Christ. So he's seeing growth, he's seeing development, he's seeing their church being the church, and his prayer is that their love would abound more and more in knowledge and discernment. One translation says with knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may approve what is excellent, and so be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. So that's Paul's prayer for the Philippians, and his goal is strictly he wants to see the gospel advanced. And we see that in verse 18, that in every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is proclaimed. And in that I rejoice. So Paul's focus is that Christ should be proclaimed in all situations and circumstances. Paul goes on into verse 21, talks about, for me to live as Christ and to die as gain. This attitude that, yes, he says, I would like to go on living because I can keep impacting people for Christ, but if I die, I'm okay with that because I'll get to be with Christ. So what a great attitude for Paul to have, an attitude that we really all need to live with, that as long as I'm on this earth, I have purpose and ministry for Christ, but if I'm taken away, I'll be with Christ. So to live as Christ and to die as gain, it is both. And then verse 27 is a big deal. Let your manner of life be worthy of the gospel of Christ. We read that also in Ephesians 4 chapter 1, that how you live should be in line with the gospel. And Paul is looking forward to whether he comes or isn't able to come, that that he may hear of their standing firm in one spirit with one mind. So this aspect of unity, a huge, huge deal within the church. And again, each of us should ask, are we promoting unity within the church, or are we causing disunity within the church? And it doesn't take a lot to cause disunity. It's a few complaints here and there, and all of a sudden those complaints snowball. But we should be causing unity. And then this phrase, striving side by side for the faith of the gospel. Are we striding side by side with those within the church? Paul has an incredibly high view of the church. It is the bride of Christ. And we should be striving together within the church for the sake of the gospel. And then Paul forewarns them that there'll be perhaps future suffering, just as he is going through, has gone through, and is currently going through. And that's the aspect of unity and going side by side that we're able to get through hard times. So we'll get into chapter 2 tomorrow. And it's just, Philippians, just like I said, an intensely personal chapter, or personal book, written by Paul to this group in Philippi who he deeply loves. So have a great day. May God bless you as you look at his word, and we'll see you on here tomorrow.